What if I told you that clogged arteries and poor circulation are not just problems of aging, but signals your body is quietly crying out? Would you believe that? The truth is, every 36 seconds, someone in the United States dies from cardiovascular disease. And what's even more important is that right now, in your kitchen, there might be 3 or even 4 natural ingredients that, if used correctly, can help dilate your blood vessels, cleanse your arteries, and reawaken the energy you thought had faded with time. I'm Dr. William Harris. I've spent over 30 years working with older patients, helping them restore their blood circulation, improve their intimate lives, and regain the sense of living fully that they once thought had slipped away forever. And what I'm about to share with you today is not folk remedy. It's evidence-based medical knowledge, tested through time, but often overlooked in conventional clinical visits. But before we begin, may I ask you something simple? What's your name? And where in the world are you watching this video from? I'd be truly happy to know who I'm walking alongside in today's journey. So if you feel comfortable, please leave a comment below. Just a few words are enough to let me know you're here. If videos like this bring value to you, don't forget to gently hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell, so you won't miss out on simple science-backed guidance designed especially for people over 60. And if you have any questions about your health, feel free to share them in the comments. I always read and take note, and I'll choose the most frequently asked topics to turn into future videos. Now let's begin with the first ingredient, often called nature's artery cleaner. Part 1. Garlic, nature's artery cleaner. I still remember Mr. Lawson very clearly, a retired firefighter who first came to see me when he was 68 years old. He always felt exhausted. His hands were constantly cold, and just walking for a few minutes left him short of breath. His blood pressure was dangerously high, and tests showed that plaque had started to build up inside his arteries. He wasn't ready for medication, and honestly, he was scared. That's when we talked about garlic. Not garlic capsules, not garlic powder, but real, raw garlic, used the right way. Many people think garlic is just something that adds flavor to food, but the truth is, garlic contains one of the most powerful natural compounds ever studied for cardiovascular health, allicin. That amazing allicin only appears when you crush a clove of fresh garlic and let it sit for about 10 minutes. This seemingly small step activates a chemical reaction that transforms garlic into a natural vasodilator, helping blood vessels expand, reducing pressure on the heart, and significantly improving circulation. There's something truly beautiful about that process, isn't there? Something sharp, strong, even harsh. That, when handled with patience, becomes medicine for your blood vessels. Clinical studies have shown that regularly consuming garlic can reduce both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that aged garlic could not only slow but potentially reverse arterial plaque buildup. And the results aren't just on paper. With Mr. Lawson, after 3 weeks of taking crushed raw garlic every morning on an empty stomach, he began to feel more alive. His skin looked healthier. He could walk to the mailbox without gasping for air. And after about 2 months, his cholesterol levels dropped significantly. His treating physician, not me, even asked him which statin he was on, and the answer was garlic, lemon, ginger, and consistency. Garlic also has strong anti-inflammatory properties, helping reduce chronic inflammation, a silent contributor to damage in blood vessels. On top of that, garlic has antibacterial and antiviral effects, supports the immune system, and may even help lower the risk of cognitive decline, thanks to its antioxidant activity in the brain. But I need to emphasize this. It has to be raw garlic. Cooked garlic loses most of its precious allicin. The method is very simple. Crush 2 to 3 fresh garlic cloves, let them sit for about 10 minutes, then take them with warm water on an empty stomach. Yes, the taste may be unpleasant, but I believe clear arteries are worth more than temporary garlic breath. And what amazes me most is this. This is not some rare superfood flown in from across the world. It's already in your kitchen, and when made into a daily habit, it can truly change your life. And if garlic is the quiet worker clearing away plaque from deep inside your arteries, then the next ingredient is like a rush of fresh wind, blowing vitality back into every cell, from cold fingertips to a tired heart slowly waking up again. My dear friend, if you're still watching this video up to this point, I'm truly glad, because it shows you're serious about your own health. So let me know you're still here with me. Type the number 1 in the comments below. so I can thank you by name, not just as an invisible view. Part 2. Ginger, the circulation catalyst. If garlic is the quiet worker clearing the path for your blood vessels, then ginger is the flame that warms the heart and awakens the flow of life. I've witnessed this not just once, but dozens of times. In my clinic and even within my own family. I remember very clearly a patient named Evelyn, 72 years old. A gentle former teacher who used to be full of energy. But when she came to see me, she was just a tired woman, hands always cold, aching knees, and a sadness lingering around her eyes. I used to walk 5 kilometers every morning, she told me. Now, I get winded just walking to the mailbox. She didn't want to take too many medications. She also didn't believe in complicated regimens or expensive supplements. So we started with something very simple, fresh ginger, each morning, prepared the right way. Ginger isn't just a spice that warms the stomach. It's a medicinal root used for thousands of years to warm the circulatory system, naturally thin the blood, and stimulate deep internal flow. The main compounds in ginger, especially gingerol and shogaol, have the ability to dilate blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and enhance the delivery of oxygen to tissues, including the most sensitive areas that many older men find hard to talk about. In just 1 week, Evelyn called me back. My hands are warmer. My head doesn't feel as heavy. By the 3rd week, she could walk up the stairs without needing to rest. She hadn't changed anything else in her routine, just fresh ginger each morning, sliced thin, steeped in hot water like tea, and sipped slowly on an empty stomach. Over time, that simple habit became a morning ritual, not just improving her circulation, but giving her a sense of control to start each day. Modern science supports this too. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Cardiovascular Pharmacology found that ginger may help reduce blood pressure and improve vascular elasticity. Another study from 2021 showed that ginger reduces platelet aggregation, thereby lowering the risk of blood clots, a leading cause of strokes and heart attacks in older adults. Beyond heart health, ginger also aids digestion, soothes joint inflammation, helps regulate blood sugar, and speeds up recovery after physical activity. Many of my patients who take ginger regularly also report improved sleep quality, reduced nervous fatigue, and a renewed sense of intimacy and connection. And perhaps most importantly, ginger is easy to find, simple to prepare, and suitable even for older adults who don't like taking pills. All it takes is a piece of fresh ginger, about 2 to 3 centimeters long, sliced or gently crushed, and steeped in warm water around 80 degrees Celsius. No sugar, no tea, nothing else. Just you, hot water, and ginger. Drink it on an empty stomach about 20 minutes before breakfast. That's when ginger works best. If garlic clears the way and ginger propels the flow, then the next ingredient is the quiet protector, one that detoxifies and enhances the body's ability to absorb everything we've introduced so far. Can you guess what it is? Let's keep going. To a fruit that may seem gentle, but holds the power to cleanse your blood vessels, cell by cell, from the inside out. Part 3. Lemon, the silent yet steady blood vessel cleanser. Whenever I mention lemon, most of my patients smile and say things like, "Oh, I usually squeeze some lemon into my morning water," or "Sometimes I make lemon tea to refresh myself." But very few realize that when used properly and consistently, lemon isn't just a thirst quencher. It's one of the most quiet yet powerful tools for protecting blood vessels, especially for those over the age of 60. I still remember a patient named Frank, 75 years old. A retired bus driver with a calm demeanor, a warm smile, and a constant thoughtful look in his eyes. He once told me, "I wake up each morning with a fog in my head. I know I'm alive, but I don't really feel like I'm living." His blood pressure was slightly elevated, his digestion irregular, and at times he would lose track of what he was saying mid-sentence. I didn't write him a prescription. I simply suggested he start his mornings with a glass of warm lemon water. Not as a beverage, but as a way to support the liver in cleansing the blood, softening the arterial walls, and reawakening clarity from within. And he agreed to try. Lemon isn't loud, it's not sharp, it doesn't sting. But inside this fruit lies a rich system of active compounds, from vitamin C to polyphenols and flavonoids, that help protect the endothelial lining of blood vessels, reduce microinflammation, and maintain the elasticity needed for blood to flow smoothly. It's those tiny, silent injuries in the vessel lining that lead to cholesterol buildup, stiffened arteries, and over time, serious cardiovascular risks. When used regularly, lemon helps reduce the pressure on the heart, supports the liver in detoxification, lowers systemic inflammation, and boosts the body's ability to absorb other active ingredients, the ones you'll soon learn about in the next section. Just a few weeks later, Frank returned, and the clarity in his eyes was unmistakable. He said, "I feel like I can breathe easier, like a fog inside me has lifted." His health markers had improved slightly, but what mattered most was his spirit. Alert, flexible, and full of life again. A study published in 2022 in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences showed that drinking fresh lemon water daily may help soften blood vessels, lower blood pressure, and slow the formation of cholesterol plaques. In addition, lemon helps regulate pH levels, improves cellular hydration, supports kidney function, brightens the skin, and helps restore connective tissue. All essential as we move through the aging process. Using it is very simple. Squeeze the juice of one fresh lemon into about 250 milliliters of warm water and drink it in the morning on an empty stomach. It's the easiest way to activate your circulatory system and gently cleanse from within. But I want you to understand, lemon is just one part of a larger formula. When combined correctly with the other ingredients, its effect goes beyond detoxification. It helps expand blood vessels, enhance circulation, and sustain your energy levels throughout the day. And up next, I'll introduce you to a special ingredient, gentle and sweet, but one that has the power to regulate and amplify the absorption of everything we've talked about so far. Part 4. Honey, the harmonizer that enhances absorption and soothes your vessels. If garlic is the worker that cleanses your arteries, ginger the flame that awakens your circulation, and lemon the gentle stream that purifies, then honey is the subtle harmonizer, the element that ties everything together, calms the blood vessels, and enhances nutrient absorption in a lasting and sustainable way. I've met many patients, especially older adults, who felt discomfort from the strong flavor of raw garlic or the slight burning sensation from ginger in the morning. And it was a single spoonful of pure honey that didn't just ease the taste. It offered a completely different approach to the formula, one that helped them stay consistent and engaged. But the benefits of honey don't stop there. Behind its natural sweetness lies a complex biological system, rich in live enzymes, amino acids, minerals, and especially antioxidants like flavonoids and phenolic acids, compounds that help protect the endothelial cells, reduce inflammation in blood vessels, stabilize blood pressure, and support the heart in working more efficiently. Honey is also known as a carrier, both in traditional medicine and modern nutrition. When combined with strong compounds like allicin from garlic or gingerol from ginger, honey helps extend the time these nutrients remain active in the bloodstream, allowing the body to fully absorb and utilize them. I remember Mr. Arthur, 69 years old, who struggled with bloating and discomfort when trying to drink raw ginger water in the morning. But once he added a spoon of honey to the mix, the burning and stomach irritation disappeared completely. Not long after, he began to feel more at ease every morning, mentally lighter, sleeping more deeply, and his blood pressure became more stable within a few weeks. Modern studies have confirmed that honey can help lower bad cholesterol, LDL, raise good cholesterol, HDL, reduce CRP inflammation markers, and support blood sugar regulation, all factors that directly affect vascular health, heart function, and steady blood flow. But what I love most about honey is its ease of use. No need for preparation, no picky taste, no unpleasant smell, and it delivers a soothing experience from the very first sip. Just 1 teaspoon of pure honey added at the end once the water has cooled slightly gives you the perfect balance between healing and comfort. And now, you have all 4 components, each with a distinct role in supporting circulation, cleansing arteries, reducing inflammation, and boosting inner vitality. So how do you bring them all together into one effective, easy-to-make formula that's perfect for starting your mornings after the age of 60? Right now, I'll walk you step by step through how to prepare a simple morning drink, one that could make a real difference in your energy, blood pressure, and vascular health after just a few weeks of consistency. Part 5. How to prepare the morning circulation tonic formula. I want to tell you a story about Carol, 69 years old, a patient who had tried countless supplements, premixed powders, detox technologies of all kinds. And yet she sat in front of me one day and said, "I don't need another product. I just need something that helps my body believe it can heal." I nodded, opened my notebook, and wrote down the exact formula I'm about to share with you. Not as a prescription, but as a gift offered to her own body every single morning, and she followed it faithfully. After a few days, she felt lighter in the stomach. After 2 weeks, she no longer needed a midday nap, and by the end of the month, she returned with a smile brighter than I'd ever seen. Her blood pressure had lowered, her sleep deepened, her mind cleared, and for the first time in years, she felt like she had reclaimed control over her body. If you're ready, you can begin tomorrow. Here's how to prepare the morning circulation tonic. First, take 2 to 3 fresh garlic cloves, peel them, gently crush them, and let them sit for about 10 minutes. This step is essential. It activates allicin, the key compound that helps dilate blood vessels and relieve pressure on the heart. While waiting, prepare about 2 to 3 centimeters of fresh ginger. Rinse it well, peel if you prefer, then slice it thin or crush it lightly. Next, squeeze the juice of 1 fresh lemon. Then mix everything into half a cup of warm water, around 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. Avoid boiling water. High heat destroys the active compounds in both garlic and honey. Once the water cools slightly, add 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Stir gently. You may strain the mixture if you prefer a clearer drink, or leave the pulp in for a stronger flavor. Drink slowly, on an empty stomach. This is when your digestive system absorbs most efficiently, your bloodstream is still focused, and your body can fully recognize the nutrients you're offering it. You can do this every morning. And if your blood pressure is high, consider a second glass in the evening before bed, but always consult your doctor first if you're taking prescription medication. This formula requires no complexity, no fancy equipment, no brand names, but the real miracle lies in your consistency and commitment. And now you may be wondering, will I actually feel different? And if so, how soon? In the next section, I'll share the earliest changes I typically see in patients, from the first week to the 4th, and how you'll know your body is truly beginning to heal. Part 6. How your body responds, and what happens if you stay consistent for 1 month. One of the most common questions I get from patients after they start the garlic, ginger, lemon, honey routine is, "Doctor, how long until I feel a difference?" I understand. We live in an era where a single pill or a push of a button can bring immediate results. But the body, especially after the age of 60, doesn't work that way. It doesn't seek instant outcomes. It needs attention, adjustment, and consistency. And it's that steady rhythm each morning, each drop of natural ingredient flowing into your bloodstream that leads to true recovery. Let me tell you about Mr. Harold, 71 years old, who once came to my clinic with a tired face, cold hands, high blood pressure, and ultrasound results showing that his arterial walls had already begun to thicken. He didn't want to take medication right away. "I just want to try this for 1 month," he said. "If it doesn't work, I'll follow all the prescriptions afterward." And I agreed. In the first week, he didn't notice anything obvious. Still the same Harold. Light sleep, cold hands in the morning. But then on the 6th day, he noticed something. That afternoon, he didn't need his usual midday nap. His mind felt clearer. His eyes felt brighter, and that was the beginning. In the second week, his hands felt warmer. He no longer had to sit down gasping after walking up a few steps at home. And most importantly, something he didn't say out loud at first, he began to feel more confident in his private life with his wife, after months of withdrawal. By the 3rd week, his sleep deepened. No more waking up at night due to a racing heartbeat or indigestion. One morning he said, "It feels like real blood is finally flowing through me again." In the 4th week, the numbers started to shift. Blood pressure came down slightly, but steadily. His blood lipids improved, and most notably, the balance between bad cholesterol, LDL, and good cholesterol, HDL, started to reverse. But beyond all the numbers, he looked at me and said, "I feel like myself again. I don't know what to call it. It just feels like I'm back." Now, I'm not saying that everyone will experience the same changes. Every body has its own rhythm. But there's one thing I consistently observe in those who stay committed to this formula. The body begins to come back to life. Not loudly, not abruptly, but clearly. Some notice warmer hands, some sleep more deeply, some feel clearer, lighter, more at ease, and some even rediscover a sense of closeness they thought had quietly slipped away with age. And dear friend, if you've made it this far in the video, I believe you're not just interested in your health, you're serious about reclaiming ownership of your body. I truly hope you'll give this a try. No rush, no need for perfection, just begin and be consistent. Because it's possible that just after 1 month, you'll not only feel healthier, but you'll also regain something more valuable than any number on a chart. The feeling of being in control of yourself again. Dear friend, we've just walked together through a small journey, but one that could open the door to very big changes in your life after 60. Not through prescription drugs, not with expensive machines, but simply through a deeper understanding of your own body, and starting again with one very simple thing: taking care of your blood, the life force that flows through your entire being. Garlic, to cleanse. Ginger, to awaken. Lemon, to purify. Honey, to soothe and help everything reach deep inside. You don't have to believe in miracles. You just have to believe that your body still has the ability to heal, if it's given the right support at the right time. I won't promise that you'll become young again, but I do believe this. If you're serious, you can rediscover the energy you thought age had taken away. Not suddenly, not loudly, but gently and truly, as a return to yourself. If you're still watching this video by now, then I believe you're not just curious, you truly want to change. In a way that's sustainable, natural, and doesn't harm what age has already made more fragile. And if you feel you've received any value from today's video, I'd be deeply grateful if you left a comment below. Tell me your name, tell me where in the world you're watching from. And if you feel like it, share a little about your personal health journey. If you have any questions about your health, don't hesitate to write them down. I read nearly all of them. And I'll choose the most common questions to turn into future videos, just for people like you. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications if you'd like to keep receiving simple, actionable guidance that could make a big difference in your journey toward living well after 60. Thank you for being here. Thank you for not giving up on yourself. I'll see you in the next video. There's still so much for us to explore, because you are not finished yet. Not even close.